Welcome to today's deep dive into Iraq's current economic situation, where we'll explore the future of the Iraqi dinar and the challenges facing the country as it works to stabilize its economy. Iraq is a country rich in history, culture, and natural resources, but its modern-day economy presents a very different picture. If you've been keeping track of Iraq's monetary reforms and economic developments, you've probably heard promises of growth, stability, and a prosperous future. But today, I want to dig deeper and ask the big question. Is Iraq really on track to become a key player in the international financial system, or is it still grappling with systemic issues that could derail its progress? Let's begin with the most glaring issue in Iraq's economic landscape: its exchange rate. The Iraqi dinar's exchange rate has been anything but stable. It has fluctuated dramatically over the years, from 1,310 to 1,180. 1,166, and even reached as high as 1,460 at certain points. This kind of volatility is not just a minor inconvenience, it's a major red flag for anyone looking at Iraq as a stable economic partner. For comparison, stable economies typically have exchange rates that fluctuate within predictable, narrow ranges, but Iraq's is all over the map. When a country's exchange rate keeps shifting so dramatically, it signals economic instability and uncertainty. This kind of unpredictability makes investors, both local and international, hesitant. And this is a critical issue for Iraq because the global financial system depends on the predictability of a country's currency. If Iraq's dinar continues to experience these wide swings, it raises the question, can the country really inspire confidence in its currency and, by extension, in its economy? While Iraq's government continues to make bold statements about its economic resilience and future growth prospects, the reality on the ground tells a different story. Promises alone are not enough to build trust with the global market. The country's history of economic instability, coupled with an unpredictable exchange rate, makes it difficult to believe that Iraq could become a major player in the global economy anytime soon. Beyond the exchange rate, there's another critical issue at play: consumption. In any thriving economy, we would expect to see citizens actively purchasing goods and services. Consumer spending plays a vital role in stimulating economic growth, creating jobs, and ensuring a sustainable domestic market. However, in Iraq, consumer spending is surprisingly low. This is a clear sign that the population lacks confidence in the stability of their currency and economy. When people are hesitant to spend their money, businesses suffer and the entire economy stagnates. People want to save rather than spend because they're unsure of what the future holds. This hesitation leads to a vicious cycle. Businesses experience low demand for goods and services, which reduces job creation, which in turn reduces consumer confidence further. As a result, Iraq is facing an economy that isn't growing in the way it should be, despite all the potential it holds. Now, let's talk about investment. Iraq is desperate to attract foreign investment, which is crucial for rebuilding infrastructure, creating jobs, and diversifying its economy beyond oil. But can Iraq actually deliver on its promise of being a welcoming environment for foreign investors? Investors are naturally cautious, and who can blame them? When they look at Iraq and see a volatile exchange rate and an unstable economic environment, they become understandably hesitant to commit large amounts of capital. In fact, one of the major reasons why Iraq is struggling to attract foreign investment is the volatility of its currency. How can businesses or investors plan for the future when they don't know whether the value of the currency they're dealing with will fluctuate wildly in the coming weeks or months? This volatility makes it difficult for businesses to make long-term investment decisions. And without the necessary capital flowing in from outside sources, Iraq's economic growth will remain stunted. In addition to foreign investment, Iraq's economic future is also tied to its role in the global financial system. A key indicator of a country's economic stability and global significance is its participation in the foreign exchange, forex market. The forex market is where currencies are traded globally, and a country's involvement in this market is often an indicator of how stable and internationally integrated its economy is. Unfortunately, Iraq is nowhere near a major player in the forex market. Without significant trading volume in the forex market, Iraq's currency lacks the global attention it would need to become a truly competitive currency. This is another red flag. A country cannot expect to become a global economic powerhouse when its currency isn't even active in the global trading markets. The volatility of the exchange rate also has significant consequences for local businesses in Iraq. When the exchange rate fluctuates constantly, it becomes incredibly difficult for businesses to price their products and plan for the future. For example, if a business relies on importing raw materials from abroad, how can they determine how much to pay for those goods if the value of the dinar is constantly changing? This unpredictability creates chaos in the pricing system, and many businesses struggle to maintain stable operations under such. The effects of this unpredictability extend beyond just businesses. It impacts the entire economy, from employment rates to international relations. Countries that are experiencing economic instability tend to be more cautious when engaging in international relations. If Iraq's economy remains unpredictable, it could face long-term difficulties in building strong, sustainable international partnerships, both economically and politically. Global leaders are watching, and Iraq needs to demonstrate that it can stabilize its economy before it can be trusted as a reliable partner on the world stage. So where does Iraq go from here? What is the roadmap to economic stability, and how can the country turn things around? Some experts argue that the key to Iraq's success lies in a long-term strategy that focuses on infrastructure development, improving human resources, and achieving political stability. These are the building blocks that are necessary to lay a solid foundation for economic growth. But the question remains, can Iraq truly overcome its challenges and implement these reforms effectively? It's not enough for Iraq to simply talk about economic reforms. The country must demonstrate that it can deliver real, tangible results. To do this, Iraq needs a clear and consistent approach to policymaking, one that is focused on long-term growth rather than short-term fixes. The government must show it is capable of implementing sound policies that can stabilize the economy, reduce inflation, and restore confidence in the Iraqi dinar. In this context, the International Monetary Fund, IMF, plays a crucial role. The IMF is instrumental in helping countries stabilize their economies and access global financial markets. Recently, Iraq has been in the IMF's spotlight, and the organization has expressed optimism about Iraq's potential for economic growth, particularly with the strengthening of the dinar. But what does that mean for Iraq's future? A stronger dinar would increase its value, giving Iraqis greater purchasing power. This could lead to lower inflation and boost consumer confidence, which would drive domestic consumption. A stronger currency also plays a significant role in international trade. If Iraq's currency is stronger, it can import goods at more favorable rates, while exporters benefit from a better exchange rate. This could help Iraq reduce its reliance on imported goods and make its local industries more competitive. Furthermore, strengthening the dinar could help Iraq generate more revenue from its oil exports. As one of the world's largest oil producers, Iraq sells oil in U.S. dollars. A stronger dinar would mean that when those dollars are converted to local currency, Iraq could earn more revenue. This additional income could be reinvested in crucial areas such as infrastructure, public services, and job creation, which would ultimately stick. However, strengthening the dinar is easier said than done. Iraq faces significant political instability, which could undermine efforts to maintain a stable currency. Achieving a strong dinar will require consistent government policies that prioritize long-term economic stability over short-term political gains. But the government isn't the only one responsible for strengthening the currency. Businesses and citizens must also play their part. Iraq must create an environment that is conducive to business growth. This means fostering a more diversified economy by reducing reliance on imports and developing local industries, such as agriculture, manufacturing, and technology. By investing in homegrown businesses, Iraq can create jobs and reduce its dependence on foreign goods and services. Transparency in government dealings is another essential factor. If Iraq can improve its transparency and make its economic policies clearer and more reliable, it will be easier for foreign investors to trust the country with their capital. If Iraq can make these changes, there is a real opportunity for the country to stabilize its economy and regain the confidence of both its citizens and the global market. As citizens, we also have a role to play in strengthening the economy. By choosing to buy local products, we can support local businesses and stimulate economic growth from the ground up. Additionally, staying informed about economic policies and developments can help us make better decisions and contribute to building awareness around the country's economic goals. Looking toward the future, if the IMF's optimism is justified, we could see a thriving economy with a stronger dinar. This would have far-reaching benefits for Iraqis, from improved education and healthcare to a better overall standard of living. But achieving these goals requires hard work, commitment, and most importantly, the political will to follow through on necessary reforms. So what do you think? Can Iraq turn things around and stabilize its economy? Is a stronger dinar truly on the horizon, or will the country continue facing these challenges? Your opinion matters, and I'd love to hear from you. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a conversation about Iraq's economic future. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more discussions like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. This is Ali, and you're watching the Iraqi